Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll share with you top 4 countries that are the best for international students. If you school in any of these countries that I'll share with you today, it is so easy for you to become a permanent resident. This means you never have to worry about visas anymore forever. You can bring your family to those countries. You can start a new life. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. So if you're interested in knowing the best destinations for you to become a permanent resident after you school, make sure you keep watching this video. Number 1 on my list is Germany, and I really like Germany. The reason why I like Germany is you have a lot of free options for school. So Germany has a lot of schools that are free to you. Basically, you don't have to pay any tuition. For some of the schools, they have them. Now, if you don't want to go to school and you want to do a vocational training, Germany is also an amazing option for you because they have a lot of vocational training programs in Germany that you can qualify for. Now, let's talk about how you can easily become a permanent resident in Germany after schooling there, either that's in university or doing a vocational training. To qualify for permanent residency in Germany, you need 2 main things. Of course, there are other things that you need, but these are the 2 big ones in my opinion. The first one is you must have a German degree, either that's from a university or that's from some vocational training program. You should have a German degree or a degree from Germany. You also must have 2 years experience as a skilled worker in Germany. Remember, I said at the beginning that Germany offers free opportunities for vocational training. So if you're interested in vocational training, explore free opportunities in Germany, and then once you're done and you work for 2 years, you can easily become a permanent resident. So easy. So that's why Germany is one of my top destinations for international students. Number 2 on my list is Singapore, and Singapore has a nice program as well for you to easily become a permanent resident. So in Singapore, after you study, you can get a work permit, and after you get a work permit and work for some time, you can qualify for the PTS program in Singapore, which is basically how you become a permanent resident there. So the PTS program is the Professional, Technical, Personnel and Skilled Workers Scheme, and this is what you apply to become a permanent resident. Now let's talk about how you qualify for PTS in Singapore. So there are 2 big criteria you must fulfill or you need to be able to qualify for the PTS program in Singapore. The first one is you must have lived in Singapore for at least 2 years at the time of applying to that PTS scheme. Basically, the PTS scheme is the permanent residency scheme, but you must have lived in Singapore for at least 2 years. That is the first thing. The other thing is you must have passed at least 1 national exam. Don't be afraid, okay? I got you. The national exam can be something like GCE, O-levels, A-levels, any national exam, like anyone. It could be one you would have taken during when you were in high school, the equivalent there. It could be anything. So these are the 2 big criteria that I see for you to become a permanent resident in Singapore. There are other tiny things, criteria you must fulfill and all of that, but these are the 2 big ones that I see for Singapore. The next one on my list is Australia, and this one is so sweet. Australia has a point-based immigration system, which is nice, and you can check your points or scores or eligibility online very easy using the Australia PR calculator. So if you go online and just Google Australia PR calculator, you can see what your scores would be like. So this point-based system is just so easy that you can easily become a permanent resident in Australia. Now, I also really like Australia because they have multiple PR options for you. There are many categories or many ways, at least 3 big ways that international students could become permanent residents in Australia. They have something called the skilled visa, they have the skilled nominated visa, they have the skilled provisional or regional visa. There are like 3 that you can qualify for easily as an international student. Now let's talk about how you can get a, the permanent residency in Australia. How do you become eligible? The main eligibility criterion I see is that you must have studied in Australia for 2 years. And that's why I'm sharing this information with you right now. So you know that if you have not started applying to schools, you should definitely have some schools in Australia on your list. Really, that's something you should do, because once you study in Australia for 2 years, you can easily qualify for any of their PR programs, one of the 3 that I've mentioned. So there are other things, other criteria they have, but they're small things like age, language, just those tiny things. But the main one is you must have studied there for 2 years. So this is why this is such a great option for international students. You just need to make sure you are doing at least a 2-year program in Australia in order to qualify. The next one on my list is Canada, and I feel like everyone knows about Canada immigration at this point. It is such a great option, like if not the best right now out there. So I love Canada because Canada already has really great, so many schools that Canada has. You definitely find an option that could work for you. Now, I also really like Canada for international students because Canada has so many immigration pathways, whether that's for you as a student in a university or that's for you as a student of a vocational program. Canada has pathways for everyone to become a permanent resident in Canada. And I think this is one that you should not even snooze on at all. You should definitely explore Canada. Canada has a point-based system like Australia. So basically you can go online and check if you're going for the federal skilled worker 1 option in Canada, you can just go online and check what your scores or what your points would be, and if you would qualify at the current cutoff point. Basically, it's so easy for you to do everything by yourself online. Now, I get so many people in my DMs on Instagram saying they paid this person or that person to help them with Canada permanent residency application. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Many people get into the hands of the wrong people because they just don't want to do it themselves. And for Canada, you can absolutely do it by yourself. Let me know if you're interested in Canada in the comment section, because I can drop more resources, more videos about Canada, because I have a lot of people that have become citizens and permanent residents in Canada through school. So this is a path that many people have tried, and you can easily get a lot of resources. So let me know in the comments right now if you're exploring Canada or if you're exploring any of the 3 options I just mentioned. All you have to do for Canada is get into school. Once you get to Canada and you graduate from a designated learning institution, basically they have a list of schools you should try to go to. Once you graduate from that school, you can apply for a work visa, and once you work for a couple of months, you can also qualify to apply for a PR program, one of their PR pathways. So basically, once you work for a bit, you can see which of the pathways or which of the options that Canada has would be right for you. So definitely have schools in Canada on your list because it's just like a great opportunity for you to become a permanent resident. If you're already applying to any of these countries, please drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what countries you're applying to. If there's a specific country many people are applying to, maybe I can share more resources that I have about that country. So just let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed today's video and found it useful, please subscribe and don't forget to like this video. I'll see you in my next video.